Okay.
Nice to have you here tonight. How does it feel to be here at the premiere of The Beekeeper?
Very, very good. I'm a big Jason Statham fan, so yeah, it's good to be here, man. I love his work.
Favorite movie of his that he's written?
Transporter, the Transporter franchise, but everything he does is good. It's like that's our sort of film, right? It's like it's what we love. We love like the action, the retribution, the revenge, that sort of stuff. Yeah, we're big fans.
And in fact, David was saying that one of the reasons he wanted to make this film is kind of to be a bit sort of retro, go back to more the action movies of the 80s and 90s. Do you feel like that was quite a good era for these sorts of films?
Yeah, definitely. Being my age, that's what I grew up on that stuff. You know what I mean? So it's either the action genre or like the Goonies and movies like that for me. Like that's what I grew up on and it's what I love to watch in my spare time.
And he seems like one of these few actors that's absolutely nailed his roles in like the very British kind of version of the genre, but also in Hollywood, and also these are very American sort of like action stars. Not many people have achieved that.
Yeah, he's like, and this is not a disrespect to him at all, but he's like part of the furniture. Do you know what I mean? Like he is, and he's all, I know him personally, right? So he's dedicated to his roles, and he's dedicated to his craft. I don't know how many sorts of like combat this guy knows, martial arts and all sorts of stuff, but it takes a long time to kind of dedicate yourself to that stuff and to be able to do it so well. So in this sort of genre, he must be a director's dream.
And what can you tell us about some of the highlights of the stuff you've been doing over the last few years? What's stood out for you?
I spent most of last year directing something for Disney, which will be out end of this year, and then I'm going to get back into acting this year, man.
Can you tell us anything about the film you've directed?
It's not a film, it's a TV show starring Stephen Graham, written by Stephen Knight. It's called 1,000 Blows, and it's a period drama about boxing in 1879.
And this show that you've had on Netflix, the fact that it kind of resurfaced when it thought it was going to, not have any more seasons, and the fact that people have so connected with it. What does that mean to you? It feels like it's been quite a cultural moment.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's been like my biggest show to date. I can't lie about that. It's done so well for me and my career, but it's done so well for the genre, and for a lot of the actors that came into the show that hadn't done anything before. It was their first time. Have gone on to be really great successes in their own right. So for me, that alone is like great. Like that coming from the show. So we're just pleased that we could have that moment in history. I think it will be remembered long after it's gone, which is great, and it's good to be a part of something that changed the game.
And do you feel like it was symptomatic of something shifting in terms of the stories being told on screen, that shift in representation, or do you think there's still a lot of progress to be made?
There's definitely a lot more progress to be made, right? But we're chipping away at it, and I think Top Boy has been a big part of that. And if you go anywhere around the world, people that didn't know that we have like a thriving TV industry and film industry in the UK, they do now, and that's a good thing for all of us.
I do feel though sometimes the conversation about representation can become a bit kind of weighted somehow. It's like Idris Elba was talking about, when there was all those rumours about him becoming Bond, he actually sort of stepped away from it all because he felt like it all became about representation rather than actually whether I want to take that role or not. So do you think sometimes there's a negative side to all of that?
Yeah, there is. I mean, sometimes you think about it. I believe, this is my strong belief that if a character is based on a real person, you can't just change who they are. Someone with likeness should represent them. But if it's a made-up character, which James Bond is, then I feel like anyone can play James Bond just as anyone can play Doctor Who. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's the way I see it. But I understand where Idris is coming from. It does become about what he looks like rather than his capability as an actor. But in all honesty, we've got our own real black James Bond. His name's Carlton King. So watch out for that movie.
And in terms of stuff you'd love to do, have you got bucket list things, directors you like to work with, genres you'd like to try? What have you not done yet?
All I want to do is spend time with my kids and my beautiful wife. I'm done. I'm good.
Well, that's very cute. Really enjoy the night. Thanks for your time. Thank you.